Before this video starts, I just want to say thank you so much for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. It is honestly the most surreal shit ever. I didn't think I would get to 500, let alone 1,000, but, you know, I did get to 1,000, so thank you so much. It means the world to me. And if you're not already subscribed, you know, it would be really nice if you could, but obviously I can't force you to, but if you're not subscribed, like, just think about it. Just think about subscribing. I'm also just saying this because apparently if I say subscribe, like, the button will flash red. I don't know if that's an actual thing, so I just want to subscribe. Also, just using this as an excuse to say that this video is very opinionated and supposed to be funny. That is the key word in that sentence. It is supposed to be funny. Will I succeed? I don't know, that's not for me to decide, but that was the intention of this. It was supposed to be funny and entertaining. If you do disagree with anything I say in this video, that is perfectly fine. That is the pleasure of having opinions. Everybody can have their own opinion, and if you do disagree with me, there is nothing wrong with that. I would prefer if you try to be constructive about telling me why you disagree with it, but if you just want to be an asshole about your opinion, I can't really stop you. And if you just want to be an asshole in general and just give me shit, again, that's perfectly fine. I don't really know why you would want to do that. Like, you must have nothing interesting going on in your day to shit on some guy with 1,000 subscribers. But if you do want to shit on me and just leave hate comments, again, there's nothing really wrong with that. But that only extends to me. Hate comments aimed towards other people and other minority groups will just get deleted immediately. I'm only saying that because last video actually had a comment that I had to delete, so just putting that out there right now. You want to shit on me, there is nothing wrong with that, go ahead. But if you're going to shit on other people, I will just delete it, just letting you know, just putting it out there. Okay, back to the video. So secondaries and throwables, they definitely are that. You do in fact throw throwables, and secondaries are secondary weapons. Yes, indeed. You'd think at this point I'll be better at making intros, but nope, still just as shit as I normally am. Welcome to the third installment of the... I don't actually have a name for this series, I just call it the Helldivers series. What does have a name though are the many weapons you'll be using in Helldivers 2. Despite honestly not having a huge arsenal, all things considered, like, look at how many guns TF2 has. That hasn't stopped people from becoming very attracted to the weapons of this game. And I'll be lying if I said I wasn't the same. There are some real goodies to play around with here. But this is gonna come as a shock to you. Not all of them are perfect. Yes, shocker, I know. Some weapons are built on a solid concrete foundation, while others are built on an active minefield. That's on fire. That's also located somewhere in southeast Birmingham. Not every primary, secondary, or grenade is good, and I'm here today to cover 2/3 of it. Yeah, sorry, I'm not covering the primaries as well. I'm trying to get this thing done in a somewhat reasonable time frame, and my videos are too long, apparently, even though people like Wendigoon exist. So until I start making 3 to 4 hour long videos, I don't want to hear it. Also, no shade to Wendigoon, by the way, his videos are really good. To tell you the truth, I was going to do every part of the Helldiver arsenal separately, but if I did, the throwables one would have been like 20 minutes. So enjoy what's probably the only 2-for-1 special. And this time we're doing things a bit differently. After carefully and thoroughly gathering some data, and by that I mean looking at this community post I put up, as well as looking at some tier lists on Reddit, I created a list of all the weapons I've seen get some hate, since some of the stuff being mentioned really did not sit right with me here. So, as a series first, not everything I'm going to be covering today is going to be bad. I don't think anything here is going to be like a hidden gem or anything, don't get me wrong. In fact, I still think everything here could do with some touch-ups, but a few things I'll be covering today won't be awful. But don't worry, a lot of them still will be. I am dreading having to get Peacemaker footage. Blah blah blah, you don't care. You're probably not even watching the video. Yeah, I see you put me on this background noise, motherfucker. I have your location. I'll be talking to you in 5 minutes. I'm probably already losing viewer retention, so let's just get to the topic of the video. We're gonna cover some of the secondaries in Helldivers 2, to be more specific, the subpar ones. So, the shit secondaries. Tell you how to best utilize them, and how I would fix them. Also, some of the grenades as well, or throwables, but there is only one throwable that does not fit the description of a grenade, and everybody just calls them grenades anyway, so I'm also calling them grenades, not throwables. This is a gun I knew was bound to be here. Why? Because it's in the Truth Enforcers war bond. No matter who you ask, the consensus about it is going to be different. with the exception of the Loyalist. You ask people what they think about this, and their only response is going to be, what does that gun do again? To answer that question, it's basically just a pocket purifier. This thing fires unimpressive bolts of plasma, but if you hold the fire button down, you'll charge up a big exploding plasma ball. I mean, technically the bolts, or the tap fires I'm calling it, are also explosive, but in the same way, I'm technically black. You'd be forgiven for thinking otherwise? Yeah, I actually am black, by the way. I don't know, that's probably just something a lot of people don't know because, damn, do I sound and act really white. I would make an Oreo joke, but I think even if I slur it against myself, I would get banned for that, so, you know.